We are two geeky ladies talking about issues in our lives,
Relationship gossip,
and occasional politics, all while geeking and having fun. Let's geek!
You know, I want to say this. Like, I'm starting to see a trend in 2021. How, like, in the last week and a half before the month ends, so much shit goes down before we get into the new month.
People wilding.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about it too much, but like the whole I know this wasn't part of our schedule, but I just want to put it out there, the Lady Gaga and the dog situation.
Well, I mean, we are talking about gossip in this episode because we're geeking on gossip news that has happened lately. So this actually would be a great thing to start with. Let's talk about Gaga. I'm a monster, so you know. And of course, Yasmin, you're a monster stan. Exactly.
I love
like
Gaga.
she got the
She's
tattoos,
sweet.
y'all. She got
However-
the tattoos.
However though, like, okay, that whole thing was so tragic though. You know what I mean? Like she wasn't I didn't even know she wasn't even in the country when the all that happened, because she was out filming or doing
Yes.
she was out doing a project, right?
Yes, and this was in France. So, for our listeners who probably are new to this news, Lady Gaga's dog walker was just minding his own business, just walking her dogs, and they're really good friends. And two men came out. They were described as two black men, one with dreads that was blonde, which is,
Wait,
it is what it is. Yeah, apparently one of them had blonde dreads and the other one was just some regular black guy. They confronted him, grabbed the two of the pit bulls because, she got 3.
Mhm.
And he was, fighting the guy. And then apparently one of the men took out a gun, shot him in the chest once or twice.
No,
Was it once?
Supposedly they said a couple of times. So
yeah, and then they dipped off and they ran. And Lady Gaga put up $500,000 for the reward to get 2 of the dogs back because she's frantic. She's had those dogs for years. But this is the issue with me, yes, and I don't know how you feel about this, but even though I love Lady Gaga, this is what upset me. We heard more about the dogs than we did the person that was shot.
So I want to talk about this. Hold up, because remember, I always, there's a thing that everybody says: media is not your friend. Because who was the one who was spinning all of this title? Because if you go under Lady Gaga's Twitter, she talks about the family. The family even put out a statement, and a lot of people are assuming a lot of things about Gaga, which I'm going to come to her defense all the time.
Same here.
Because my thing is, I have to agree with everybody. It's the news media that's putting these damn titles and concerning themselves with the dogs more than the person. It's the news media. Gaga's not saying this. Gaga is not going to the Washington Post or the Huffington Post and talking about her dogs. She's not writing these articles, people. Y'all are angry at the wrong person. That's just my opinion, because I have to agree. I even, like, if you go into my Twitter, I even said that. I'm like, I'm so happy that she got her dogs back and, all of this and that. But I'm just like, I would love for them to talk in the titles, put the dog and the person that got shot, because what he did, like, he didn't have to do that, but he like stepped up. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I could do well without watching that video. There was no warning sign. Yes,
wait, the video's posted.
TMZ came out. TMZ,
they posted. There's a video of him getting shot.
Got the footage of the surveillance cameras from the neighborhood. It's always TMZ. TMZ always got that. And the thing is, I was on my Snapchat, and there was no warning. They were just talking about Lady Gaga and the dog walker. I can't remember his name. But that you see him. It was, oh my God, like I had the chills when I saw it, because there was no warning, like
Trigger warning.
you get trigger warning. And I was just like, why isn't there a trigger warning before I have to see this video? Makes no sense to me. But like, you could hear this man like he was literally in fear, and I felt that in that video. I was like, why would you guys release this in the public? You know what I'm saying? But getting back to that, if you go to Gaga's like Twitter, like the first tweet, and the thing is, this is what I don't like about people. The first tweet she ever puts out was about the dog walker. Okay. The second tweet was about the $50,000 reward for her dog. And what got boosted up more, Catherine?
The $500,000.
So yes, that's what got
offer.
boosted up. Everybody, I went to the comment section and people were like, "Oh, why don't you talk about the dog walker and blah blah blah?" I was like, a lot of people had to do screenshots and post it in there. I'm like, really, people? I'm like, yeah. Oh my god.
I will tell you
It's
something.
the haters. It's the haters. I swear.
I will tell you something funny about it. Yasmin, I don't know if this is going to make me insensitive. Listeners, y'all can tweet at us and tell me if I'm insensitive about it. Because I had a 15-minute discussion with my mom and my grandma. You're a pet owner. I'm a pet owner now. This year is going to be 3 years since I adopted my cat, and her name is Karma, for those who don't know. I sat there and I asked my mom, I said, Lady Gaga talking about $500,000 for the return of 2 of her pit bulls. I said, that's $250,000 a piece. I said, I am so sorry. But if Karma went missing and got kidnapped and I was famous, I said, on average, I'd probably be offering like $80K or so. And my mom was like, wait, really? And I said, yes. I said, I am so sorry, but I am not going to drop $500,000 for my kitty cat Karma. I said, the best you will ever get from me, maximum, is maybe $200,000, but $500,000, I was like, no. I said, for a pet, no. And I don't want it to seem like I don't care about my kitty cat. I would probably go crazy just like Lady Gaga did. Definitely. But the discussion was, Yazoo, would you pay that much? Because my mom and my grandmother were like, if my dogs went missing, of course I would pay $500,000 if I had it. And I'm like, are y'all serious? And they both were looking at me like I was being insensitive.
That's my baby. That is my son. I have a dog. His name is Rover. That is my son. You don't mess with my son. Like, that's how I treat him.
I love Karma to death, but would you drop $500,000 for the return of your dog, Yasmin?
I would, yeah.
So am I an asshole? Like, I just really want to know. I feel like somebody is listening and answering that question. You could tweet at our pod and say, I think you're an asshole for that one.
Catherine an a-hole for this? Can people tweet at us? Can you let us know in the comment section over on YouTube? Like,
in all seriousness, like, because, I don't want to, like...
No, sorry, just to redirect a little bit, I do want to say this. I forgot who it was, but whoever was the main... Oh, God. Sorry, guys. I don't have the article in front of me. Like, if I can find it, I'll post it up. But actually, the main person who was doing the investigation under Gaga's, to search who shot Ryan Fesher.
And that's the dog walker.
Yeah, and I apologize if I mispronounced his last name. So the main investigators were trying to figure out like who were the people behind the shooting and then kidnapping the dog. And then the lead detective or whatever said that he bashed Gaga for like putting out this $50,000 ransom because now...
I agree.
Yeah, because now you're just going to have a lot of new people trying to target celebrities and stealing the animal. But, I think when she tweeted that, honestly, or like when she said that, she was doing it out of like...
Probably impulse, knowing her.
Yeah. But it makes me think, like, what was the communication between them? Because clearly, wouldn't they have said something to her? Like, hey, like, we have to be on the low here. Don't say anything.
But the thing about it that's crazy, Yasmin, she wasn't the target. It was just completely random. They were just so lucky it happened to be Lady Gaga's dogs. Oh. That's the craziest thing about the whole story. I think they just knew rich people go to this area a lot. Oh, yeah, if we kidnap their stuff, they were just like, holy crap, we kidnapped Lady Gaga's dogs. Holy crap. And she's out here offering $500,000. Dude, which I agree with that detective. Yeah. Now that this has happened, they're going to target actual celebrities. Because if I were them, I said the same thing. Screw these regular rich people. Let's go for the celebs. Mm-hmm. So, crazy. Glad the dog walker's fine. Glad she has her dogs back. I guess that's a kind of happy ending. But, if I were her, I'd be running that $500,000 to her dog walker friend if I were her. Because if you got $500,000 to drop on them dogs, you should have $500,000. That's another thing
I want to talk, like, to wrap this up a little bit too. Mm-hmm. That's another thing I want to say because we don't know her business. We True. Don't know. Yeah, like there's a lot of assumption because she dropped this $50,000 thing. People are like, oh, she's forgetting her dog walker. No, because according to a source that I was reading, the family did say that Gaga has been very supportive and helpful during this tragic time as well. So I don't know why people are assuming Gaga would be this like the amount of things she has done,
Absolutely.
charitable, being so like what makes people think she's not even going to help out the family? Like she's not going to like help with the medical bills. It's like it's safe to say that she's probably helping out with those medical bills. There's no way she's like, "Oh, thank you for rescuing my dogs. All right. Good luck with that." You think like really? I can't with people. I'm sorry. I just can't with people. We are transitioning to something that happened about a week and a half ago. It's just something I've been wanting to say and just put my 2 cents out there, okay? Because I am pissed. God damn it, YouTube. Added it again. All right, so the next transition that we're gonna get, and I'm not gonna stay on this topic for too long, but it's like the Pewdiepie diss track when he did
PewDiePie, the gamer, the #1 gamer and the #1 YouTuber, right?
yeah, as far as I know. So my thing is this, right? And so I knew PewDiePie was going to come out with a diss track because according to him, a lot of his fans had been wanting a Cocomelon diss track. It's something that they do in their community for like I guess shits and giggles. By the way, I screen recorded, so I do have a copy on on hand because I did watch it. I found it funny. I don't find anything wrong with it. However, YouTube decides, let me do some like affirmative action on my own. And they thought for some reason this was a good idea. So YouTube decides, okay, how it all started is that YouTube took down the Coco diss track song that PewDiePie did. What ended up making them take it down is that I guess like a fan or a viewer, somebody asked what was wrong with PewDiePie's Coco song, right? So YouTube decides that they're going to respond to this, right? Instead of making a public announcement. So they go ahead and say, like, this video violates 2 policies: child safety by looking like it was made for kids but containing inappropriate content, and the second one, harassment by inciting harassment at other creators. We allow criticism, but this crossed the line specific policy details in the image below. So they screenshot their own policy. This is how I know they are so stupid. All right. So the reason why I call them stupid is that, okay, I see their policy right here, right? So they said for child safety on YouTube, update content that targets young minors and families but contains sexual themes, violence, obscene, or mature themes not suitable for young audience. It's not allowed on YouTube. Okay, that was one. So for the harassment, however, they say harassment and cyberbullying policy, repeatedly encouraging abusive audience behavior, creates content that harms the YouTube community by persistently inciting hostility between creators for personal financial gain. If you go under the harassment policy, by the way, YouTube's harassment policies, it says exceptions. This is where I call them stupid. Exceptions. They have here scripted performances, insults made in the context of an artist's medium, such as scripted satire, stand-up, comedy, or music, such as diss track. Y'all took down a diss track. I'm like, what? This is in your policy. Like everything in that video is matched to such as music diss track. Like I get it, okay? The video that he made sounded like a what do you call it?
A
Like
nursery rhyme, like a nursery
yeah,
song.
thank
Yeah.
you. And then PewDiePie is dressed as Mr. Rogers. I don't know if you knew that, but like he's dressed as Mr. Rogers. I
I
thought that was
personally didn't see the music video because I'm not too much of a fan.
okay. Well, I screen recorded it because what happens after this, right? This is the reason why I screen recorded it because I'm not gonna lie to you. I found the music video hilarious. Okay, so YouTube follows up with after the screenshot saying any re-uploads of the original or including full length or partial re-upload clips, etc., will be removed too. So if I were to show it to like if I were to play a little bit to the audience, clearly that's going to be removed. But Catherine, still images are okay. So hold up, you mean to tell me I can't play the songs, I can't play the melody, I can't show the music video, but still images is okay?
That makes no sense because wouldn't it be as harmful And nobody can
Right,
see me, and
right.
I have quotation marks.
Okay,
Yeah.
YouTube, I see you. Okay. But get this. Here's my thing, right? So a lot of people are upset. I have to agree with everybody else. Like it makes no sense because the stuff. I'm trying not to curse as much this season. I'm trying my best. So I'll catch myself a little bit, but my thing is this, right? Like you took away this distract that was supposed to be fun, but yeah, I just realized this and I told you this last time, Catherine. They still have what is this called? Happy Tree Friends on YouTube.
You have to go way back in time. Like, if anybody of our listeners remember Happy Tree Friends back in 05, 6, 7, 8, and 9, I should not have been watching Happy Tree Friends, but I was going through my little emo goth alternative kid phase.
And here's my thing. I'm not attacking these people. And then I do have to agree with some of the some of the fans of PewDiePie, or even people who don't even like PewDiePie, because there are some music videos that are clearly not meant for kids. Now, if a parent is showing certain music videos to their child, that's their responsibility. However, if there's so many kids using fake emails because they know the age restriction, okay? They know the age restriction.
Yep.
They can click on whatever video that they want. So they'll be seeing a lot of these rap music videos that are clearly not meant for kids. They're actually for adult audiences, right? And they could come across this. There is an option on YouTube where you can turn it into mature. So if you are not a specific age, then you can't watch the video. They have that option. I will say this, a lot of people don't want to do it because they want those view counts, they want the likes, they want the comments. So nobody's going to turn it on. This is where I have to agree with some of the people, what they say. Instead of taking down PewDiePie's video, just turn that on. Make it for mature audience only. I don't know.
I agree with that.
Yeah, right? I don't know if PewDiePie has a strike. Oh, and then somebody mentioned 6ix9ine as well. Okay.
And we're going to,
yeah.
Right
so the
after.
thing about 6ix9ine is that the way he makes his layout on his page is very colorful. It has a cartoon character, you know what I mean? And like his intro starts with like the very colorful animated shark.
I really am not the biggest fan of 6ix9ine, and
I'm
it's interesting because
right now.
No, because he's actually one of the topics. So I just find it ironic that I'm not a fan of him, but I have to bring him up. Actually, I don't have to bring him up, but I'm bringing him up this one time because I actually want to address something.
But just to wrap it up, all I'm saying is that, it gets very upsetting when YouTube does this thing of like taking down videos. Then you need to revisit all the distract. You need to revisit like a lot of these family channel. They're showing these kids, parents do this type of verbal abuse, like just stick with it. It's just crazy. They're clearly meant for kids. Like you can't tell me no, it's not, because for them to get like 4.5 or 5 million views, like come on. You think it's all adults watching you? No. There's a lot of these kids watching you and then spam watching you. That's all I'm saying. It's like there's just so much going on. Going to the family channel, it's very like hard to unpack because it's a lot. Like if you guys know, no. If not, I suggest you go into YouTube and then check it out for yourself. But it's, I don't know. What you could say that what YouTube did was counterintuitive.
Yeah. They're a little bit, they're hypocritical. They pick and choose.
Yeah, they pick and choose whoever's going to make them the most money, I guess. Whatever. Okay. And with that being said, hey, Kat, let's go ahead and take a break.
Hey guys, welcome to season 2, and as usual I have a partnership with Salty Mermaid Swimwear. It's a wonderful bathing suit company where you can get these super cute bathing suits and trunks. You can get it for the guy in your life, the girl in your life, or whoever you love. Completely non-binary. Great thing about it is you can buy the swimsuit, check it out within 48 hours. If you don't like it, you can send it back absolutely free. Tell them Kat sent you, and the code is Salty15Kat, so you can get 15% off your purchase. Again, it's Salty15Kat. Get 15% off your purchase. Get ready for the summer. Get that hot bod for the summer. Get your cute bathing suits. Transitioning next, because like I said, it took me a while to figure out whether I wanted to do this because I don't want to give this rainbow colored bitch any more clout. And I hope you don't bleep that one out, Yasmin. At least let me get one in there, you know.
Listen, the only bleeps I give is the Fs.
But yeah, with 6ix9ine, I mean, it's no surprise to anybody that 6ix9ine makes his money off of trolling people. And it's basically, he's an entertainer. At the time, nobody really associates with his music. I mean, yeah, he got fans. Like, I got homeboys who love his music, which I don't understand why you want to rock with a snitch. Let's be reminded that 6ix9ine is a snitch. He used to come from the, you know, Treyway Bloods. He was a mascot, you know, he was a fake gangster from the jump, just to remind people. But his trolling is getting more extra than usual. He's always extra, but it's more extra than usual because just 2 weeks ago, he basically harassed Meek Mill. So I literally am sitting here and I'm like,
for no reason.
Yeah, it's the reason was cloud. So I'm just sitting here like, wow, 2 bitches fighting. Okay, whatever. Because I'm not really a fan of Meek Mill either. So watching the clip, it was totally like he was ambushed out of nowhere. Like Meek Mill the whole entire time looked confused as hell. Like, what the hell is happening?
Wait, what's the context? Like what?
Yeah, so apparently what they said was the before, like they were in a club. And Meek Mill was with his entourage, minding his own business, going to leave. And out of nowhere, 6ix9ine with his camera pops up like, what up, bitch? You N-word, you so-and-so, like just calling him. Meek Mill's just like, yo, what the F? And he looks like he's right after, I can show you the clip later. And he's literally trying to fight Meek Mill. And I put this with quotation marks. He's trying to fight Meek Mill. Yeah. Yes, he was calling him everything. He recorded it too. And then the clip from it, he put it in his new music video that came out a few days ago. Yeah, matter of fact, you should see right now as I say this, and I hate that I'm giving them clout for people to go look this up. If you look up his latest music video, you will see clips of it. And Meek Mill sent a cease and desist letter, which he had every right to. Mm-hmm. You had a lot of people in my community talking about, oh, why didn't he fight him? Why did he do so-and-so? You know, I think it was a smart idea not to fight, you know, 6ix9ine because 6ix9ine was looking for clout. But at the same time, Meek Mill is gangster. He's from Philly. But yesterday he was around the Baltimore area, and next thing you know, apparently he's a New York ride or die. But you know, I'm not even gonna get into that. Let me just get to the point of the story. Yeah, because I feel like I'm dragging. Yeah. So he basically sent him a cease and desist letter because he was shown in the music video. 6ix9ine took a picture of that. Yep, put it on blast. And he basically made fun of him, talking about, oh, you want to act gangster, but let's be real here. All y'all want to call me a snitch. I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if you guys would keep my name out your mouths. And on top of that, Meek Mill, you're a police informant. And that's something that has been said for a very long time, Yasmin, that Meek Mill is a police informant, but Meek Mill's gone to jail enough times. So, you know, you could do the math. Mm-hmm. It's also rumored that 6ix9ine it's a rumor that 6ix9ine is still working with police. I wouldn't be surprised. He's a snitch. You'll have some people that will say, well, at the end of the day, the Trey Bloods kidnapped him. They tried to kill him, number one. And then on top of that, they were stealing his money. They slept with his baby mama. You know, this is the whole gangster lifestyle and the whole gangster code that really gets, you know, highlighted into music. Mm-hmm. The craziness about it is it's getting so out of hand, Yasmin. He's now putting his child in danger because 6ix9ine has 2 kids. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you know, some people don't know that. He's not married or anything, but while he was in jail, he had a girlfriend. Well, yeah, a girlfriend who's half Black and I think half Latina or half Black and half Asian. I do definitely know that she's biracial and she's half Black. Apparently, homegirl's name is Jade. She, like a dumbass, got 6ix9ine tattooed on her chest. Apparently, she held him down in prison the whole entire time. People called her a joke. I still think she's a joke for holding down a snitch. But I mean, girl, do what you got to do if you want that money. And she got pregnant by him. So you have 6ix9ine out here acting a fool. And it's putting his first child in danger because his first child is 4 years old, or she should be turning 5 this year. And it's come to the point where the mother of his first child made a video I think about a week ago, basically calling out every single person that's harassing. Because since 6ix9ine has gotten out, she's gotten death threats towards her and her baby. Yes, death threats towards her and her family. She's had to relocate a few times, and it's all because of 6ix9ine. And every time she claims that every time she's called 6ix9ine, she can't get in contact with him. And the times that she has gotten in contact with him, he basically is just so like, I don't give a f-. And she's over here like, bruh, you're putting our baby in danger. Like, you ain't shit. Come on, stop what you're doing. At least protect me. And you're like, if you're not going to protect me because you don't with me, at least protect the baby. And it got so wild to the point that his second baby mama basically had to put her 2 cents in it, and she was kind of making fun of the situation. Yeah. Now, let's just add to it, because there's several reasons, my theory as to why it happened. Because when 6ix9ine was going to get out of prison, well, it was rumored that he might get out of prison. 6ix9ine, the mother of 6ix9ine's first child, and 6ix9ine's own mother went to court and said, keep his ass in there because he's not going to change. All this whole, as soon as I get out, I'm going to change my lifestyle, da da da. They said all of that's fake. So that could be one of the reasons why he doesn't give a fuck. But let me tell you how wild this is getting. I'm not going to give this rapper clout. Apparently, this is a rapper that's from Atlanta. And a few months ago, there was a rapper named King Von that was murdered. Yeah. And 6ix9ine in the last year, almost in the last year since he's been out of jail, he's been doing some disrespectful ass things. Like, he went to Nipsey. Do you know who Nipsey Hussle is?
Of course. Who doesn't?
Well, I'm sorry.
If people don't, please go get yourself educated.
He went to Nipsey Hussle's mural, the area while he was shot.
Oh, I remember that.
Trolling. He was trolling and shit. He was trolling on King Von, basically going to certain areas and talking shit.
I remember that. I was like, oh my God. And
it's just crazy
because this man has a target on his back that's just,
exactly.
It's easy. It's like,
exactly.
If
you don't wish death. I don't wish death on nobody.
I'm not gonna say
I do not. But trust and believe, this karma is going to come back so hard. I already made my prediction. Once again, I do not condone death or wish it on anybody. But I feel personally, we may not see him by the end of next year. That's just my prediction. If he lives that long, power to him. But I personally know that his day is coming, because this Atlanta rapper was feeling a type of way about how 6ix9ine came at King Von. That's his boy. His boy just got killed a few months ago, and you're out here saying King Von, this, all of that. He said, you know what? You a little bitch. And let me tell you something. When I see a little girl, I'm smacking out of her. Yeah, he actually. Yasmin. Yasmin.
I'm not hip to anything he's doing right now. So.
He literally said that. And I have to address this. What kind of bitch are you as a man when you threaten a 4-year-old? You threaten to put your hands on a 4-year-old. You a bitch for that, like, in general. And it shows the level of free that you have, because instead of you going straight for 6ix9ine, you going for his kid.
Yeah, and like we say this all the time. Leave kids out of this.
Exactly.
Please leave the kids out of it.
Exactly. And that's the exact reason why the mother of his first child made the video calling out 6ix9ine and calling out all these rappers. She said, how effing dare you threaten my child? And she was with her mother in the she was with her mother in the video, her own mom. And she's just screaming and she's shouting. She's upset, obviously. She was just like, the difference between you and me, Daniel, because his real name is Daniel Hernandez. She said, the difference between you and me, Daniel, is that you got security for your bullshit. You got security that's protecting you 24/7 when you want to troll and do all this bullshit. She said, I don't have any of that. You don't even do shit for your daughter. Not a damn thing. And she said, if I have
called them out in that video.
Yeah, she said, if I have to strap up to protect me and my daughter, she said, it is what it is. And she basically threatened his own life, saying, with me. She said, because I will die. And I'm not even gonna get into it, but y'all look up that video. Homegirl went in, and her background, apparently how they met, she used to be an Instagram model. God knows if she's won before, but I'm just sitting here like, not to judge her, but bitch, with a dude like this, the fuck was you thinking, girl? Having a baby by a guy like this. But anyways, that's all I'm saying about 6ix9ine. And then we transition to Meek Mill. Now, this is a problem that I have with Meek Mill, because Meek Mill had the audacity to write in his song. He just came out with a song recently, and he said a line talking about, I'm going to go down in a chopper just like Kobe. And yes, Yasmin, yes. And I get it, Yasmin, it's rap music. People always make analogies. People will always do references to Tupac and Biggie.
Right, but there's certain references you don't touch. You don't do that.
The thing about it is Kobe Bryant, it does, just because he's gone does not mean that Kobe Bryant is off limits. I guess you could say the reason why people are angry is because people are like, yo, this shit is too soon. It's way too soon.
His 1 year anniversary happened like what, earlier?
Yeah, and then on top of that, Meek Mill barely knew Kobe Bryant. Like, they knew each other, but he barely knew it. And of course, people were coming at him, you know, mainly the Black community, and you know, people are just like, yo, what you did was up. And he basically said, I don't give a he said, y'all out here want to be, well, this is just what he said, y'all out here want to be sensitive, it's just lyrics, I don't give a N-words. If y'all N-words are mad at me, I really don't give a how you feel. That's what he said in response to it. Because Vanessa Bryant had put her 2 cents in it. She basically said, first off, keep my man's name out your mouth. These were not her exact words, but I'm just cleaning it up. She said, first off, keep my man's name out your mouth. Number 2, I barely know your music, which implies that Kobe barely played your music, because Kobe never really listened to you. I don't even know a single, but let me mourn. I'm still dealing and processing the death of my child and the death of my husband. Leave me alone. That's basically what, when you clean up the letter, because she did it in a very classy ass way, because Vanessa Bryant is just a classy woman in general. And that's when Meek Mill did the whole, I don't give a how you feel, da da da. We dug into that ass so bad, Yasmin, that he backtracked and said, I apologize to her in private, but now I'm apologizing to her in public. And this is the thing that pissed me off. You was a big bitch around 6ix9ine just 2 weeks prior, sending him a cease and desist letter, and you supposed to be gangster, but yet you still proving to people that you a little bitch inside. And that's why Drake dragged you years ago and almost got a Grammy and almost won a Grammy over it. How much of a, take your L, bitch. Like, how much of an effing loser are you that a diss track against you got nominated for a Grammy? If Drake had won that, you would have been an even bigger loser. But like I said, you got all this energy for Vanessa Bryant, a woman, but she was the biggest bitch around 6ix9ine. So I'm over here looking at, you know, processing everything. And I'm just like, you know what? I might have to give 6ix9ine this. 1 for 6ix9ine, 0 for Meek Mill.
Let's move on. Like, talking about another loser. What is that? What's his name? The baby's dumbass.
The baby.
Putting JoJo Siwa in his lyrics.
Keep JoJo Siwa's name out your mouth. Leave her alone.
This is the one girl I am protecting. Like, what?
Leave that white girl alone. No, leave that little white girl alone. Stop it. She ain't do nothing to nobody. Stop it.
And did you know he like tries to tweet out, or I don't know if it was a video or a tweet where he was just like, I love JoJo Siwa. You know, my kids watch her. You sound like the same dumbass that says, I'm not racist. I have
black. Like, it was so random. And what pissed me off are the people that were co-signing it. And I'm just like, y'all the biggest hypocrites, because I'm pretty sure if he came for your child, you wouldn't be having this energy. And then I learned that same day, I said, wait, what? I said, JoJo Siwa's 5'9". I was like, oh my gosh, she probably could kick my ass.
She has money. She has a mansion.
Way more money than the baby could ever see.
This girl has her face all over her car.
Her wallet could bitch slap you. Her wallet could bitch slap you, the baby. Like, legit. Literally, the baby. Come on,
People
man.
have more respect for her anyways.
Right. It's like, bye. Out here picking on kids. So you a bitch. But anyways, we're talking about a lot of rappers I don't like. I don't mean it to be negative because I like rappers, obviously, but we're talking about a few rappers that I don't care for, nor do I listen to. I had to agree with Vanessa Bryant. I said every song that I ever liked by you, Meek Mill, you were always featured. Like I barely know any of your singles because I really don't rock with you like that, and I barely listen to 16.
Yeah, I don't even think I would recognize any of his songs. Yeah, I don't. Well, let's move on into the tragedy of that. Well, for me, it's tragedy. I feel like my parents broke up. Daft Punk. 28 years.
28 years. It had to happen. It had to happen.
Ooh, why?
No, 28 years in the game, Yasmin.
Why not? Like, why not 30? Like, come on, 2 more years. You know what I would have loved? You know what I would have loved? If they would have made that one last banger album.
Yes.
And then dropped the mic and was like, thank you for 30 years. Like, give me 30. Come on. Like
I'm just going back in time. Like, their most popular song is One Last Time. But that's enough. I'm just so like, I remember when that song
for me, it was,
out.
What's it called? Around the World?
Yeah, like that song. And then with Pharrell, Up All Night to Get Lucky.
Yo, that album was fire. Yes.
It was.
Yes.
They won a Grammy.
And then when they gave me the best treat, when they end up like collabing with The Weeknd. Oh my God, The Weeknd.
Yeah, I said which song?
Oh, right. Because they made two. It was the oh gosh, it's not the Stardust one. It's the other one. Oh. I feel it coming. Sorry. Like, do you remember what was it? Oh God. Was it the VM? Help me out here. Was it the Grammys, the VMAs? What? Oh shoot, what was it?
It might have been the Grammys.
Yeah, and then you saw them come out.
Yeah, I think it was the Grammys.
Yeah, dude,
that performance.
That was everything for me. That performance right there. That was everything for me.
Thank you for changing the game for EDM music. They do deserve to retire. And that's one of the things that, you think about is what happens when your favorite, artist decides to stop making music. Like my favorite EDM artist is Cascade. I will rep him until I die. I'm hoping to get a sort of a Cascade tattoo on me. And he did talk about that. I remember listening to another podcast where he was talking about his life. And he did say that around this time, from the time it was recorded, he said that around this time, he was thinking about retiring to give the younger generation a chance. And I'm like, don't you dare. But he hasn't announced a retirement yet. We have not gotten an album yet. His last album, I believe, came out 2018.
Oh, so, wow. So we're due for like another...
I would hope so. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm just going to keep quiet about it. Because if we as Cascadian fans keep asking about his retirement, he's going to be like, oh yeah, now it's time for me to retire. And I'm just like, no. You sit there and keep making amazing music.
Okay, if Daft Punk didn't do it, Cascade, do it, please. I'm not a big fan, but I really want an artist to really do this where they make that last banger album and you just drop the mic. That's how you need to do it. Like, out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't do it, come on. You know what I'm saying? Any artists out there, I just want them to do that one, like, okay. That one banger album, drop the mic, do that one tour thing, and then tease everybody with the classic songs at the end, when we encore. Oh, yeah, let me do 5, like, songs that it's kind of reminiscing of our journey. Yo, oh my God. I would be crying.
I don't remember who it was at the top of my head at this moment, but I remember I went to go see them at Echo Stage. And for some people who don't know, it's the #1 club in America. Echo Stage, it's in DC. We got a rep for the Echo fam, I was seeing a concert. Like I said, I don't remember who it was, but at the end of that concert, they announced they were retiring. And we were like, wait, what? And then I was sitting here and I was like, dang, y'all are mad. If y'all didn't come tonight, y'all gonna be mad as shit. Like, that's all I was saying in my head. I said, they announced that they're retiring.
They have no idea.
Well, they weren't really retiring. They were going their separate ways. Like, they were doing their own thing. So they were breaking up, basically.
Yeah. Okay, so they're breaking up. Okay.
So I'm over here like, I'm glad I got that ticket. Because I
You
could
better
say
save that physical ticket too. You know what I'm saying?
nah.
You know how like everybody, yeah, but you know like everybody who saved that Michael Jackson's This Is It tour, everybody saved their ticket. It's just one of the things, and then you gotta frame it, right? You gotta seal it. You got, you know what I mean? Preserve it.
And now transitioning into Jeremy Lin. So for those listening, Jeremy Lin is a basketball player, and he is of Asian descent. He's half Chinese and he's half Thai. So the reason why he's making the news is, last episode we did, talk about POC, and now it's time for me to repeat a few of the stuff that I had said in the last episode. Jeremy Lin has been one of the people that has been the topic of discussion within the NBA when it comes to the whole, coronavirus. He released, he poured his heart out and released a letter just a few days ago on his Twitter talking about the prejudice that he's gotten, especially, in the NBA since the whole pandemic had happened. And, up to interpretation, you had some, people that were they're being assholes, basically, saying stuff like, oh, you're Asian, what struggles do you have? Or you're just trying to take advantage of, what's going on with other POC for yourself. You had, these are the negatives of it. And you had positive people like me and you. I mean, we posted it on our Twitter. If you go see our Twitter, we did post the letter that he had written.
Yeah,
we were on his side.
Too.
Yeah, because Jeremy Lin is being a pioneer for the Asian community right now, addressing what's happening. He said that he's been called names. He's been called COVID, like they called him COVID. Just
for
a lot
real,
of.
They went as far as to call.
Yes, as far as to call him COVID boy while he's on the court playing. And this is the problem that I have personally as a Black person, because this is time for me to check my people.
Right.
The NBA, let's call it is what it is, the elephant in the room. The NBA is mostly Black. And I went on a website called Statista.com because I wanted to double check some of these statistics so that I can at least get it, what I'm saying correct. There's about 74% of basketball players in the NBA that are African American. There's 16% of basketball players that are white. There's I think they said there's 4 or 3% of players that are of Hispanic and Latin heritage, and the rest is just any other race. But they say they think about 0.6%. That's not even a full 1%, Yasmin, of them are of Asian descent. There's not even a lot of Asian descent people that are in the NBA. And that is one of the
isn't it the same with baseball? Because they have
I really don't watch baseball to know that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really don't. I don't even watch
basketball,
but
in LA.
I just watch football, Yasmin. I had to look these up, so I'm making sure I know what I talk about for because I don't really watch basketball.
Okay.
But I'm just pointing this out with those statistics. It's very implied, at least in my opinion, that most of those comments are coming from the Black players.
Really?
I'm not. 75%, Yasmin, of the players in the NBA are African American.
Okay, I thought when you were saying it, I thought you meant like the audience, like the people in the court.
No, I am everything statistic I'm saying. These are the players themselves. So about 74% of players in the NBA are Black, African American. About 16% of them are white. And then you have about 3 or 4% of them that are Hispanic or Latino who are players in the NBA. They say about 0.6% of players are Asian descent. There's not even a lot, and the rest are any other race, maybe multiracial, Indian, or any other race. Jeremy Lin is a pioneer for Asian players, especially in the basketball world. This is a little bit of a reach. I know it's a reach, people. I know it's a reach before I say it, so nobody come for me later. You could say he's like an Asian Michael Jordan. He's really killing the game, and he's changing the game, at least for Asian Americans. At least with him, somebody could look up to him and say that I can be a basketball player like him. Yeah. And the interesting thing about Jeremy Lin that some people will know if they're a fan, Jeremy Lin said that if it was not for his Black coach at Harvard University, where he played basketball. Jeremy Lin is a Ivy Leaguer. Yeah. His Black coach there had inspired him to get into the NBA. He never thought he had a chance because he was Asian, and his Black coach inspired him. And this is the thing that had ticked me off, where I'm coming for my community again, because I did read the comment section. And like I said, there is this divide with the Asian community and the Black community because of
we
history.
touched on it a little bit last episode too.
And it's mainly how the Asian community has gone through race issues. And on top of that, their treatment of the Black community. And then on top of that, the Black community has, clapped back a few times. And there's this divide. But we got pioneers right now, like you and me, and other people who think this is stupid and think this is crappy, that are saying, guys, stop this shit. Let's come together. Okay, yes, we had beef. Let's end this beef and come together right now. Because right now, our Asian brothers and sisters need help. And he's putting it out there. And one of the funny things about it is, in the comments section, there were some ignorant Black people talking about, oh yeah, Jeremy Lin's a victim now, but did he say shit when Black Lives Matter happened? And people would say, actually, yes, let's pull up the receipts. They pulled up a lot of receipts of Jeremy Lin supporting Black Lives Matter since day one. He even wore a shirt on the court. But y'all wouldn't know that because you're ignorant and you didn't do your research. So with the statistics of how many players are in the NBA, and most of them are African American, it's very implied that maybe it's the African Americans who are being funny and saying this shit to him. I'm not saying that the others aren't, but I'm just saying with the majority, it's very implied. And they even asked Jeremy Lin, and this shows the kind of person he is and the level of class that he has. He said, I'm not putting nobody's name out there. He said, I'm not being messy at all. He said, I told my story. If y'all want to figure out who did it, that's on y'all. But I'm not snitching or saying this player did it to me, that player did it to me. I saw some comment section talking about, oh, maybe it was LeBron. Maybe LeBron was talking to him like that. Because LeBron cussed out some Karen like a few months back who tried him on the court. So people are just like, if he was, rude enough to attack this lady, for all you know, maybe, he was one of the people that had said something. It's like, y'all don't even have no proof to even, like, are you kidding me right now? Like, stop reaching. But at the end of the day, Jeremy Lin's killing it. We've got your back, Jeremy Lin. Thank you for speaking out, and thank you for being a pioneer for Asian basketball players, and just a pioneer in general to stop this whole race problem. Thank you for trying to bring people together, because and one thing that some people don't know, he's the first Chinese player and Thai player to ever win a ring in the NBA. Yeah. So I'm just saying, thank you, Jeremy Lin. You're amazing. Like, and then, this is going to be real quick. Y'all know Bobby Smurder out of prison. And he got out about a week ago. Literally, he got out about a week ago.
I know.
Now we fucking with him.
That was like
and
the
now
number one trending single.
Right up in that building. Get that season. Hey. Do you know, after he had he made an IG a few days ago? Do you know within 24 hours he got 3 million followers?
Oh, I'm not surprised.
On IG. I was like, get it. Can't wait for the new music. A lot of people are saying, oh, he was a one-hit wonder. He's not going to come back. But at the time he was out, Drake was releasing Views, and, this artist was doing this. He came from a different time period in rap, which was about, 7-8 years ago, because he's been in jail for, I think, 6.5 years. And if he had snitched in prison, he would have come out earlier. But, he ain't a snitch like some people. So, yeah. Congrats, Bobby. Welcome back. I do want to touch up on Demi Lovato next, though, of course. And the reason why is this is not meant to be a joke, but I have said in the past that every time Demi Lovato relapse, we get a new documentary where she explains why she relapsed. And I've seen all her documentaries up to date. She's made, I think, about 3 so far, and it's happened every single time she's relapsed. Right. So this one here is, I'm gonna watch it when it comes out, and she's gonna explain how 2 or 3 years ago she almost died. If you remember that overdose that she had that almost killed her.
And then a lot of people were talking about how, like, we were all surprised she went into cardiac arrest, and there was an article that came out afterwards.
Yeah, she had a heart attack. She is going to do that documentary, and they did show a clip of it. And in the clip, she said that that overdose that she had, that she survived,
Mhm.
it gave her partial brain damage. Yeah. Yeah. She's got partial brain damage for it. And, she's also bipolar, and she has a lot of, other health issues and stuff like that. So it's just like, wow, Demi. And, the fact that you can still make music, especially after that, I'm just
Mhm.
like, you're a trooper at that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have personally a love-hate relationship with Demi Lovato. I actually do, because there are times where I'm just like, honey, you do way too much. Like, you need
Yeah,
to
I
sit
remember you
down.
told me that. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there are times where I'm just like, go ahead, do that. Like, if you remember what happened to you remember 21 Savage, when we found out 21 Savage was British?
Oh, right. Uh-huh.
That is the greatest actor all time. I didn't know, Yasmin. He was full on British. That's crazy. But that's what's up. Like, he gangster. That's what's up.
Mhm.
But years ago, she deleted her Twitter. I'm sorry, yeah, she
The
deleted her Twitter. Do you remember that?
Yeah. Wait, didn't she say something about
21
deportation?
Savage. Yeah,
Was it
because
deportation one?
yeah, because she was being a
Oh
hypocrite.
my
So for
God.
people
Yeah.
who do not remember what Demi Lovato did, this was about 2 or 3 years ago, when we found out 21 Savage was, of course, a British citizen instead of an American citizen.
Mhm.
Demi Lovato had tweeted that, with everything that's happened this year, my biggest highlight of the year is finding out about 21 Savage being British, and she had kikied and cracked a joke. The craziest thing about it is that every single person cracked a joke about it. But everybody, it's like, when you're in the room and everybody gets a joke, and then that one person makes a joke that everybody turns and they're just like, girl, like, why are you here? That's basically what happened to Demi Lovato. Even though I do think it was kind of wrong how she got attacked, at the same time, it was understandable. It really was. Because it was just like, girl, you are not one to talk right now, because you just had an overdose months prior, or I think the year before that happened. She
Yeah.
had an overdose. So who are you to be laughing at somebody's expense right now, when you just went through one months and months prior?
Yeah.
And people were attacking her. And then the saddest and craziest thing about it, which I probably would have felt like shit if I was Demi Lovato, is that when she had her when she had her overdose,
Yeah.
21 Savage actually tweeted about it. Yes.
Really? So he
Yes,
came to her
yes, he had
defense?
tweeted about it. And
Wait,
then
so right, so he came to her defense only for her to
yes,
shit on him.
yes, because in the tweet, when
Right.
everybody was making fun of her overdose when it had just happened, he had said something along the lines of, I find it sad that you guys are making fun of Demi,
Yeah.
especially when she's going through what she's going through. Demi, I don't know you personally, but I pray that you're going to recover and you're going to be better. People kept sending that tweet to her, and they're just so like, this dude just stood up for you, da da da, months ago, and here you are laughing at his expense. You ain't shit, you da da da. And she was just so overwhelmed. She just got off the Twitter for maybe about a month or two,
Yeah.
and then she came back. So, Demi has her controversies. And then on top of that, she has her positive things. She's an open book. She's always open to talk about her overdose, her drug addiction and stuff. She's an open book when it comes to that, which I do appreciate. And I think is
Yeah.
really inspiring. So I'm looking forward to this documentary.
Yeah. Oh, I'll watch it with you if you could stop
Yeah.
watching things without me. Damn it.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
For those who don't know, but we're actually gonna make a episode for Britney. This girl, after I texted her, hey, we should watch the Britney documentary thing that who was it? The New York Post or
Oh yeah, New York Post framing
yeah.
Britney.
Yeah, and then this girl texted me, whoa, I'm like 20 minutes in, and I was like, girl, did I not text you, or did I not text you, hey, let's watch it together? I'm sorry, it was only 20 minutes. And then you watched the Wendy Williams documentary without me. Girl, bye. Bye.
Well,
This is the last time I'm watching stuff with
I
you.
learned from it. We're gonna watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta together. We were talking about watching Coming to America 2 together. I promise I won't watch Coming to America 2 without you. But Yasmin, you need to hurry up, because everybody and her black mom is gonna want to watch Coming to America 2,
Well,
which
you better
comes
tell
out
me.
March 5th on Amazon, y'all. So
March 5th. Get those dates ready. Oh,
I
that's
can't
around
wait.
the corner. I'm excited. Ooh, maybe we can kiki on that on a different episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a wrap on golly, this all happened in like the last week.
I know.
I just
all
realized
in like a week, and everything we're talking about happened in a week and a half.
Yes.
All of these things. Isn't that wild? Well, almost up to 2 weeks, but yo, that's wild.
That is wild. So speaking of that, let's transition to
Damn, bro, that's wild. Where I find an incredibly true story from around the world that actually happens. And this story is called Florida Man Proposes Using Rings Stolen from Other Lover. And this is by the deputies. So detectives say the victim saw her boyfriend's new fiance wearing a wedding band and engagement ring identical to her own from a prior marriage. Yep. And of course, once again, this would be Florida. So this is how basically the story starts. So these two women are, looking for somebody, and they both went on the website OkCupid. So for those who don't know, if you don't have OkCupid in your country, OkCupid is just a website where you just find, your special someone. So both these women found their special someones on this website. But the craziest thing about it is they met a guy with the last name Brown. Okay. So girlfriend one was introduced to a man named Joe Brown on OkCupid that she fell madly in love with. And then you have the other girlfriend that met Marcus Brown, who she madly fell in love with on OkCupid. Plot twist, both of them are the same guy, but he uses different names. So basically they're alias. He's basically a scam artist. So while he was portraying himself as Joe Brown, he was living with one of the chicks in Orlando. Yes, he was living with this chick in Orlando. And clearly, I believe maybe she was the favorite one of the two, because he basically was giving her jewelry, buying her stuff, because he wants to be with her. Meanwhile, while he was with girlfriend two, he ended up proposing to her. But of course, it didn't work out with girlfriend one. And he basically broke up with her without telling her that he broke up with her. Basically, he ghosted her for like a few weeks. So of course, the second girlfriend was upset because she's wondering, like, why is her man like ghosting her? I guess we're over this. So she's on Facebook minding her own business, and she sees her man in a picture with another woman. And get this, Yasmin, she sees that this woman is his fiance, which is girlfriend one, and she's wearing an engagement ring and jewelry that belonged to girlfriend two, Yasmin. What? Ain't that crazy? Yes. The Mr. Brown with the alias basically robbed his second girlfriend's jewelry to give to his first girlfriend. He proposed to her with his second girlfriend's stuff. Gave her jewelry and everything. So imagine how you'd feel, Yasmin, if you went on the internet and you saw your ex-boyfriend with all your things on his new girl. Oh. Yeah. And basically the second girlfriend lives in Daytona Beach. And the first girlfriend was basically, the fiance now. So of course, she feeling a type of way. She immediately messaged her and was just like, hey, do you know that your man used to be my man? And do you know that your engagement ring that you're wearing that you got from your fiance is my stuff? And get it, Yasmin, this stuff was estimated to be about $6,300 in jewelry that he stole from her. Yup, that he actually stole from her. And let me tell you how wild it got, which shows that men ain't shit, Sometimes, there are good men out there, but sometimes men ain't shit, right?
Yeah.
He basically a few times took the first girlfriend, who's his fiance, to the second girlfriend's household, portraying it as his own house. So the first girlfriend, that's the fiance, Yasmin, had been in the second girlfriend's house. And keep in mind, he didn't own the house. He was pretending to own the house, Yasmin.
That is
brought her,
wild.
yeah. So when the second girlfriend was doing her own thing and she wasn't home, he basically was bringing his new fiance in there. God knows what they were doing in there. Maybe they even bumped and grinded a few times. And it got so far as to him even telling her that he wanted her to move into that same house, knowing full well, Yasmin, it's the second girlfriend. Men ain't shit, I'm telling you. But according to the fiance, she said that it fell through, that she literally was going to move into the house that was in Daytona Beach because she was getting her stuff ready. She's all happy, like, we're going to move in together. Wow. And then very last minute, he made up an excuse and said that he lost the house they were going to get, or like it got foreclosed. He made up some lie.
Yeah.
Which was the reason why they couldn't move in. So of course, the second girlfriend, in her feelings because, her jewelry stolen to give to this new chick. Clearly, he thought the first one was, I guess, worth it. They basically exchanged, numbers and stuff like that. They communicated, like, what do you know about my man? What do you know about him? She's just so like, well, I know him as Joe Brown. And she goes, I know him as Marcus Brown. Come to find out, that's not even his real name, Yasmin. His real name was Joseph Davis. Yes. What? So he lied to them about everything, even his own name. He wasn't even rocking the same name. So of course they're upset about it. So they get together and they call the police. Of course, you have to call the police. This dude has stolen $6,300 worth of jewelry from the second girlfriend, and he's doing some shady business. So they called the police, and guess what happened, Yasmin?
What's up?
He's on the run.
Of course.
Yep, and this happened, and this was revealed about 2 weeks ago. And guess what, Yasmin? They still haven't found him.
Damn.
Yep. As I tell this story, they still have not found him. He is on the run. And they say the reason why they believe he's on the run is because he has a warrant in 2 other states. Like, he has a warrant for hit and run. And then in the second state, he has a warrant for, I believe, assault. Or I may be wrong about that. I think it was another kind of theft. Mm-hmm. I apologize for mentioning assault. I think the second reason was, it was. Yeah, it was basically, theft and possession of cocaine, and domestic assault, according to the charges that I'm seeing, and, some false police reports in the past. So this guy is really a crazy criminal. And you want to know what the most ironic part of the story is? According to the police officers, if you look at his body, we're going to post the article. I'm pretty sure we can't find a picture of his whole entire body, but you will see his face in the section. He has a tattoo that says, "Only God can judge me." Yes, dead ass. He has a tattoo that says, "Only God can judge me." And at the end of the day, he actually is right. Only God can judge him for all this crap that he did to these 2 ladies. And for all you know,
so bad,
he may be still doing it, but that is the wild story. Yeah. What would you do, Yasmin? I'd really burn something up, you know?
Oh, yeah.
I'd set something on fire.
I think they were very polite by calling the police, because if that was you or me, we would have been up in that bitch.
Right, we would have been up in that bitch. You would be there with a baseball bat. I would probably be there with one of those knuckle braces ready to fight. Yeah, but it is what it is. Only God can judge him. So, yeah.
Oh man, that was wild. That's it for our episode. I hope you guys enjoyed.
We had, we had a lot of fun talking about event
gossip
this week. Yeah, I think this week was just about gossip.
Honestly. But like the gossips were so freaking wild. You know what I'm talking about? YouTube wildin'. Like the baby's at it again.
I think the one that hurts the most is Daft Punk for me. Daft Punk. So yeah.
But we'll be okay. Mm-hmm. We've got all the hits. The memories, the good memories.
Yeah.
One more time. We're gonna celebrate.
Okay, quiet. Stop. I don't want to get YouTube gonna flag us down.
Oh, true. Shady bits.
Since you're singing, who is our artist of the week?
So our artist of the week, I'm so happy. It is MCTherapy, and we're gonna play his song tomorrow. So please download his music, listen to him, follow his social medias, and while you're at it, don't forget about us because we putting him out there. So please follow, rate, subscribe to our podcast, subscribe to every platform. Just remember, every episode that we do, if you look in the details section, you will find all our social medias. You just click it, shows it all. Please subscribe to every single one of them. Comment, rate, tweet us. We love you guys, and thank you for listening. And if you're listening for the first time again, thank you for clicking us. We hope that you keep listening to the rest of our episodes.
All right,
Okay.
signing off. Bye.
Bye.
Diesel Entertainment, Dirty Rugged Music, Texas Dollar, you did your thing on this one. Make the wind shift with my left arm, with the split that I put my last breath on. Catch a lift like a ship off the Jetsons. Lone wolf if I sit, rip your neck off. Bench pressing these bars, brush my chest off. Looking at the sky, jealous where the blessed are. Might be up and out of space like the Death Star. Had to pick myself up where the rest fall. But I'm still serving sauce like a restaurant. Extra vodka sauce on my chicken parmesan. Then I'm coming for that cream like Barbasol. Fire in the booth, thought I threw a Molotov. Wired up the brew, watch me spew a monologue. Used to try to throw this dick like a tomahawk. That was back in high school, then at College Park. Never went to school there, that was after dark. Chef Curry, I'ma pull up from the logo. Look like Big Baby Davis in the photo. I could make a spaceship out of Volvo. Reaching for the stars, I'ma make it there tomorrow. But you don't wanna see me when I'm on the TV. Fast food feature, why you talking crazy? A bunch of bottom feeders, feeding off the feces. Shape-shifting creatures, always acting needy. Fuck drowning in my bills, I'ma surf that shit. Ain't asking for $1, rather work that shit. Used to hustle bank accounts, now the word's my gift. I've been working on my craft, I'm determined with overtime, run this time clock. I line, jive, slide, drop, crime plots. Rhymes that will find spots deep in your mind, right? But I'm still underground like a pine box. On the soul search, but this ain't Firefox. Used to burn through the rubbers like a tire shop. Now I got a couple kids and they bring me pride. Hope they never struggle, never wanna see them cry. Chef Curry, I'ma pull up from the logo. Look like Big Baby Davis in the photo. I could make a spaceship out of Volvo. Reaching for the stars, I'ma make it there tomorrow. And if I ever make it, then I'm getting faded. You only die once, this life is overrated. I'm feeling agitated, I need an affirmation of all these aspirations, or an amalgamation. Out of body algorithms, sprouting information. Bird's eye view, achieve through meditation. Perceive levitation, increase trepidation. I'm diving head first in search of my elation. Diving head first in search of my elation. Diving head first in search of my elation.